Hello Globetrotters, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lori, and in this community we strive to educate, to motivate, and to inspire each other in all things travel related. So this is a travel and lifestyle channel. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, or if you have been here before and have not yet subscribed, be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Make sure you click that notification bell so that you will not miss an upload, and make sure you hit that thumbs up sign to like the video and share it with other people who you think would like similar content as well. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about what you should not wear to the airport as far as like traveling via air, right? So I've shown you a few different videos on outfit ideas for the fall, for the winter, for the spring, for the summer. Well, now I'm going to talk to you about some not so controversial, but then some that are controversial topics regarding what you should and shouldn't wear. As I've said before in videos past, I am from the era where you dress to go to the airport. When I was a little girl back in Guyana, there were airport clothes. I'll insert a picture right here of my airport clothes. But there were specific clothing that we would wear to the airport. And so those outfits, you couldn't wear them out to play. You couldn't wear them to school because we wore uniforms to school. You couldn't wear them to church. You couldn't wear them anywhere else. You wore them to the airport. So you had your little getup that you put on. But there were different occasions where you would wear different outfits. And then some of it is not just about fashion choices. Some of it is about what is the safest, what is the best for going through security, the fastest, and those kinds of things. So we will definitely go through with that. If that's something that you want to, partake in, then keep watching the video. Let's get right into it. Whenever I do one of my pack with me videos, I always tell you guys, start with footwear. That is my secret to making sure that I can travel with just a carry-on suitcase. And I say that you should wear your bulkiest shoes to travel, but you have to be careful about what those shoes are. So let's start with this image. What's wrong with this image? Well, this young lady has stilettos on, a stiletto pair of booties. She has her toes out and all of that. Now, this may be cute. This is definitely my vibe. I'm choosing pictures. Obviously, some of these pictures will be some of the things that I'm kind of into anyway, right? Because these are from my Pinterest boards, things that I have saved in my outfits section. So this is something that I would wear. Yes, stiletto heels. And recently coming back from where were we? London. I wore a pair of super high, not stilettos, but super high Fendi boots back home, knee-high boots, because they would not fit in my bag, and I bought them, and I really wanted to have them at home, and I was not going to put them in I was not going to check luggage just for those pair of boots, right? So I wore them back home. Was it the best choice? No, but it was the best choice for me, being that I wouldn't have to roll them up or scrunch them up to get them into my suitcase. So that was the idea. But with these shoes, the reason why I would say don't wear these, obviously, you have, stilettos on. Insert whatever kind of footwear here that is inappropriate, right? So stilettos, if we're talking about super high heels, even if it's a chunky heel, if we're talking about, flip-flops that go in between your toes, think about these kinds of things. But specifically, I use this example because it is something that you would have to take off going through security, right? And you may be like, well, I don't have TSA pre-check, so I would have to take off my shoes anyway. Yeah. Would you step on the dirty floor with your bare feet going through security, though? Because she has no socks on under this. Or would you stop to put some socks on? It would be, number one, an inconvenience going through security. Number two, it may be unsafe going up and down the escalators. Heels like that, stiletto heels, get caught in escalator grooves very easily. Or if you had to, let's say your plane was delayed and you had to run to your next connection, you had a connecting flight and you had to run to catch that flight, you're more than likely going to miss that connecting flight unless you're going to take off your shoes and run through the airport, waiting for someone, hoping that someone opens the gate for you or holds the gate for you. For instance, I've been sitting at a gate many times, sitting at the gate, and my gate gets changed and I have to get through all of these people to another part of the airport entirely, another concourse, another gate for my flight. And I'm just like, okay, I'm glad I'm wearing comfortable shoes. I already have a bad back. I don't want to be, uncomfortable and hot and sweaty and all of those things. So Not the best idea for an airport outfit footwear choice, right? So if I have shoes like that for my vacation, I'm not wearing those to the airport, even if they may be the bulkiest. They're going in my bag. They're going in my carry-on suitcase, and I'm going to wear something more comfortable. Some options I showed you recently, trending for this spring and summer. The Adidas Sambas are a great option. They come in multiple colors. They should only cost you between like $80 to $100, $110. A lot of resellers have them up for like $310. If you feel that way about them, then go off, sis. But also trending right now are the New Balance 327s, and I'll pop those up here. They come in a number of colors as well. You see them all across Europe. More than anything, trending right now are the Sambas and the 327s. And of course, your Jordans. I'm not a high top sneakers girl. I don't even think I've ever owned a pair of high top sneakers. I'm more of a low top casual. You can wear it with skirts, you can wear it with jeans, you can wear it with suits, you can wear it with whatever, and you're comfortable, and you can also just easily, run through the airport with them. If you're concerned about it being hot, I have my, Jesus walkers, my Jesus sandals from Fendi that I pop on as well, and those are an easy way to travel. I don't put on sandals that have metal on them because they always tell me to take them off. So my Hermes Kelly sandals, absolutely not. They're going to tell me to take them off. Even the Orans, they say something's in the heel of the Orans that makes them go off, so I had to take those off, but luckily I always have a pair of socks in my handbag, in my personal item that goes under the seat in front of me, so I can slip those onto my feet before I go through security if they do make me take my shoes off. So just a little tip from me to you. Let's look at this next example of footwear that you should not be wearing. Now, what's wrong with this? Again, cute and everything, but what if they tell you that you have to take it off? You have to unwrap all of the gladiator strings of that gladiator sandal. And number two, I don't know about you, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. The strings, either you have to tie them so tight that they will actually constrict your blood flow, which is not good if you're traveling, right? If you're flying, you are now, putting yourself at risk for thrombosis, for blood clots in your veins, and that is not a good thing. That is actually a death sentence if you are not careful about that, because if you don't catch it in time, it could travel to your heart and stop your heart. So I'm worried about you not only safety-wise, health-wise, but I'm also worried about you, just convenience-wise. So this outfit idea with these shoes, it would be a hazard to your health. Or if you don't tie it that tightly, you're like, oh, well, I just won't tie it that tightly. Straps like these, they roll down your leg. They literally roll down your leg. And if you've been there, let me know, because I've had to retie my straps multiple times wearing shoes like this to an event. As a matter of fact, I think I've gotten rid of all the shoes that have these kinds of straps because I have super skinny ankles, but I have, normal sized calves. And so they just roll down my leg, and I have to keep bending over to retie them. Just an inconvenience when you have luggage. And I'm going carry-on only, so I haven't checked my luggage. So my hands have a backpack on, or I have a bag that's sitting on top of my suitcase. I have my phone in my hand because I usually carry it in my hand. I'm trying to make sure I'm going to the correct gate, trying to make sure the gate doesn't change on me. And I'm rolling my suitcase with the other hand. So my hands are occupied, and I don't have time to try to hold up some strings and prevent them from falling. So again, just a suggestion, take it or leave it. But this is my rationale for not wearing these types of shoes. If you've been here before, you know that I'm a germaphobe. I have dedicated videos, like shorts, to what to do if you're a germaphobe and you have to use a public restroom. My friends have said that my bladder should be donated to the Smithsonian when I pass, because they need to study what the heck is going on there. Because I can have a almost 24-hour travel day and not use the restroom. Yes, I know it's weird, but yes, I can sip water throughout the day, and as long as I'm sipping and not gulping, I'll be fine. My body will process what it needs to hold, and then when I get to my destination, there's a signal sent to my brain, and I automatically have to release. So I have to be the first one in the restroom wherever we're going. But I may use the restroom in the airport. I will not use the restroom in the airplane unless absolutely necessary. And I don't dress in these kinds of clothing if I know I'm having a long flight, or if I know my flight could potentially be delayed and everything. You know, I like a good full leg trouser, like a linen trouser, especially during the summer when we're traveling, you know, just easy breezy and everything. But this is absolutely dragging on the floor. Dragging on the floor. If you have to take your shoes off, which it looks like she has on some heels on, if you have to take your shoes off, now it's fully on the floor. What are you going to do? Hitch it up with both hands and walk along like a bride holding up her train? Such a bad idea. Because especially if you use the restroom, when you pull down your pants, where do they go? Where do they sit? Where do they puddle? Perhaps in the puddle around your legs? Okay, TMI, TMI, TMI. You get my drift. Not a good idea for that specific reason. So if you're one of those people that your bladder is yay big, you have the bladder of an ant, and you need to constantly go to the bathroom, wear something that is, you know, cinched at the ankles, where you can be cool and comfortable, but yet not have that pooling at the bottom of your feet. On the opposite end of the spectrum, your bottoms can be too short. I kid you not, I almost took out my camera and took a picture of this one young lady in the airport the other day when I was flying. She had on a pair of, depending on what generation you're from, coochie cutters, Daisy Dukes, pum pum shorts, whatever you want to call them. These teeny tiny denim shorts that the underside of her buttocks were visible. I sound so old. But the underside, like there was spillage in the back of her shorts as she was walking away. Now, when you get dressed for the airport, do a sit test. Sit down and see if when you have those shorts on, and I'll do it with the shorts I have on right now. Sit down and see if when you have those shorts on, if your flesh is touching the seat. Go ahead, try it out. If your flesh is touching the seat, what are you sitting on? Do they sanitize those seats in between flights? People will literally, and I mean people, the powers that be at the airlines, they will literally have you waiting at the gate. You see the passengers disembark from your incoming flight, and within 10 minutes, they replenish the foods or whatever it is, and they have you rolling right up to the gate, getting back on that plane. I don't think they go through and sanitize all of that. If you've seen the tray tables, you know they don't go through and sanitize all of that. So if you're putting your bare skin, and again, I'm a germaphobe, I'm an eczema sufferer, so I think about all of these kinds of things, and I don't have time to spray Lysol on the seats, wait for it to dry, or a fabric sanitizing spray on the seats and wait for it to dry, and all of that. The things that I do to the seatbelt, to the everything, to the armrests, to the tray tables, I wipe those down and I let them just air dry, you know, until I'm ready to use them. But I can't do that with the seat. It's a fabric seat. It's a leather seat. I just can't. So not a good idea. Just not a good idea. Now, both the shoes and the shorts put together. Love this idea for a gathering, for a little cute, you know, event. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to, you know, be standing up. I'm going to be walking around. My outfit is going to be seen. But for sitting on an airplane for hours, again, think about it, sis. It's cutting off your circulation. It's getting up into places. No. Let's not do that. Let's do better in 2024. Now let's move to outfit ideas overall. Speaking of overalls, this next image, why is this a bad idea? Let's take a look at it. It's a beautiful silhouette, fits this young lady just wonderfully, snatches her figure and all of that. But number one, again, if you have the bladder of a gnat, this is not going to work for you. Any kind of all-in-one, one-piece situation where you have to take off from the top down, you may have an accident if you're trying to go to the bathroom. I don't travel in these, even though I'm not one of the people who uses the bathroom frequently. I don't travel in onesies. It's just not an option, because just in case, I need to be able to quickly get to the restroom if there is an emergency. But not only is it that, it's denim. It looks like very structured denim, so it's probably going to be tight and uncomfortable on the airplane for sitting for a long time. I tend to not like to wear jeans when I'm traveling by air for the laid back effect of it, number one, and also for number two, just how uncomfortable it can be just pressing against your flesh in uncomfortable places for a long period of time. And plus I get hot easily, so I don't like that. Denim keeps you warmer than cottons and linens and cashmeres. So the other thing is that pooling effect on the floor. When she pulls that off to go to the bathroom, or even just walking through the airport, you're sweeping up everything that's on the floor. So just think about that when you are picking your outfit. Another example of a not good outfit. Let's go there. Let's go there. Why are we wearing pajamas to fly? Not only is it that she's wearing pajamas, but she's wearing flip-flops with her pajamas, and it's a onesie pajama. Yeah, so much wrong here. So much wrong here. I want more for you in 2024. You never know who you're going to encounter. You never know who you're going to encounter. And not to say that you should be starstruck or something like that, but I'm talking about just opportunities. And believe it or not, what you wear may or may not determine whether or not you get an upgrade. I have been upgraded more than once to first class, and I didn't pay for it. And I bet it's because I asked for the upgrade and I looked like I belonged there. Now you may say, I see people in first class and they don't dress like anything special or anything like that. Yeah, but I'm sure they paid for their seats, or their company paid for their seat, or their miles paid for their seat. I didn't pay for that seat. And I was sitting in that seat. And I was sitting one time sitting next to a businessman from, I think he was from one of the countries in Africa. We had a lovely conversation, exchanged information, told him what I did. He told me what he did, and just had a great conversation throughout the flight. The thing is, you never know who you're going to meet. You know, I've seen celebrities on flights before. And again, not to say that you're trying to, run someone down or anything like that, because I'm not, a fan like that of anyone's, but I don't feel uncomfortable knowing that I see myself like this and they see me like this. And so again, let's just represent ourselves, our cultures, and everything better as we go out into the public, and just do better. Let's move up the body a little bit and go to jewelry. Why should we not be looking like Mr. or Mrs. T in this era when you are traveling through the airport? I literally will not have my cuffs on. I will not have my necklaces on. I will not have on dangly earrings on, because it's going to make the security machines go off. And then now you're the person that's going back and forth 5 times, and people are behind you like, rookie. Usually it's me saying rookie. But taking off this item, taking off that item, taking off the other item. I have all of my jewelry. I'll put them in a little pouch, and I will have that little pouch in a secure bag in my personal items bag. And if I feel like I wanted to be, dressed up during my flight, during the airport, I don't know why, but I would put on a few pieces and have those pieces on. But to have to take them off when you get to security, yeah, no. And it's just a flashy show going through the airport. If that's your thing, then fine. But going through security, it's not a good idea. Speaking of adornments, let's move up the body to the hair. If I have my hair in braids, I will take out any metallic pieces. If I have, like the little crown adornments, the little clips that you can clip on and they can look so pretty. If I have little jewels, if I have little things hanging from it, if I have bobby pins in my hair, I take them out. Usually I will just twist my braids up into a top knot and put a soft scrunchie around them and go through. Or sometimes I will take them down, because I have had my hair up in a top knot with a soft scrunchie, and still someone comes up to me and wants to, a security agent, and wants to feel in my hair. Now, yes, this person has gloves on. Those are the same gloves they've had on for the entire shift, touching everybody else and everything else. And now you're putting your hands all over me with those same gloves. I will request, of course, I speak up for myself and say, please change your gloves. But they have gone all through my braids, feeling my head. Is there anything sharp in it? No, there's nothing sharp in there. But I will literally take down my top knot, go through security, and then flip my head over and put my top knot back up before I continue on to my gate. So to not slow you down, especially if you're in a hurry and you're one of those who gets to the airport right on time before the gate closes, take my tips into consideration. Save this video for later because it's going to come in handy for you. Speaking of what's on top, can we talk about it? Can we talk about the do-rags? Can we talk about the bonnets? Why are we wearing bonnets to the airport? Please tell me. Is it to keep your hair intact? Can we not put that on when we're ready to go to sleep on the plane? You're like, well, I'm just going to wake up. People wearing pajamas and bonnets. I'm just going to wake up and go to the airport and get on the plane and go to sleep anyways, so I might as well. Can we not wait? Can we not wait? Like, there are much chicer things you can do. You can put on a bucket hat. You can put on a cap. You know, caps are fashionable this season. You can do so many other things to preserve your do than to walk through the airport in a bonnet. Let's just try to do better in 2024, people. So these are my thoughts on what not to wear to the airport. I would love to hear your thoughts. Which of these is most offensive to you? Which of these are you guilty of? Because I told you I'm guilty of the top knot thing and the jewelry and the hair and all of that. I'm guilty of that. And I have been guilty of wearing the inappropriate shoes because I just wanted to strut and feel cute in the airport. And then later my feet hurt, my back hurt, everything hurt. Everything hurt because I ended up being delayed. My flight was delayed. I got in late. Everything. It was a mess. Yes, an absolute mess. But hey, let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know which of these offenses is most egregious to you. And let me know if I'm just being way too sensitive about people wearing different things to the airport. How you feel about the bonnets? Are you seeing people with bonnets? Have you seen these things as well? And let me know. In any regard, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video. And don't forget to value experiences over things, because travel is one of the only things you buy that truly makes you richer. Thanks for watching. Ciao.